I'm Austin Rothgerber.
Hi, I'm Justin Sisman.
My name is Joseph Hetman.
My name is Stephen Lane.
Trum Bondu.
My name's Donald Boo.
I'm Dimitri Young.
One of our goals of LEAP is to bring in collaboration and getting kids to realize, what are the opportunities of this region.
How many of you have programmed? This is an example of a program on the Lego Robot C. Now, the program that runs this is actually quite simple. All it is a bunch of if-then statements that use your remote control. This robot right here uses a Lego, regular NXT brick, plus a Tetrix. Woohoo! This actually does have built-in Wi-Fi in it. Yes, the EV3 does.
Okay, my booth is Inventor, 3D printing, and lasering. So with Inventor, we use that. That's for our 3D printing. We can do stress tests on that and all different types of things. This was done for Mr. Niehaus. He was teacher at Forest Park last year. This is 3D printed. This was 3D printed in 2 parts. So we can assemble them, print them out in different parts, and then assemble it. Make a nice little hammer there. Lasered out the wood and then lasered out the plastic and did some inlay with it. This was lasered out into flat sheet.
Does anybody want to come over and try out Pac-Man? So as you can see, you have to your program has to know the start off and your beginning screening, and that was having to be programmed into it. Press space and it starts. Whenever you hit the special dots, it needs to know to change the costume that I was talking about with the characters to white so they flash on and off.
This is a basic tower. We call this an ATX tower, and this is the motherboard. These are RAM sticks, and the CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It does all the thinking. It's like the boss, I guess. Many students in today's world, 15% of them go to college, and the first year they don't know what they're going to do. We want to solve this by doing this in the high school.
So another thing that we're really wanting to focus on is LEAF is giving you information and letting you apply it in your own ways that you'd like to, things that interest you.
This is a library I designed, and as you can see right here, I have a 3D model. Now, the model was made on a 3D printer, and because I could design the library in Revit, it was much easier to produce this model quickly. The cool thing about Revit is that it's not two-dimensional. Now, with this project, it's the Killian House in Huntingburg. It's also 3D printed and produced on Revit. And so Revit is just really an avenue to produce architectural drafts and drawings and now models a lot more quickly. Before 3D printing was available, companies and businesses would spend thousands of dollars on a single model to show a client. And now it just takes about 8 hours in a little machine and it's done. So
I made this morning at like 2 in the morning. So I took a Camaro, I made the Camaro, and I animated it. And this is a very rough version of a commercial that you would see on TV. It took about 2 to 3 hours for it to render out. There's 231 pictures. So there's the car, there's the background. That's really just like a flat piece of paper with an image on it. The camera is back here and it follows a trail that's around the car. The good thing for you guys is we can compress what we've learned over 3 years down into a shorter learning curve.